Hey favorite, welcome to the Gist with Biolammy podcast where we gist, have fun and talk about things relating to young minds and solutions to them. Alright, so this is the Young Minds Corner where we gist about ourselves, where young people come together to talk about things relating to them. So guys, you're in for a beautiful time. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for clicking on this episode. You're in for a big wild time. So guys, see you at the other side. Let's enjoy and have fun together. See you. Bye. Hello favorite people, it's your favorite girl Biolammy, and this is the Gist with Biolammy, the Young Minds Corner. How you guys doing? Hi favorite, do you miss me? It's just 1 week, darling. I am here. Have you been? Okay, so from last week I got reviews from our last episode that I did with the host of Grow and Glow podcast, and it was amazing. I love the response. I love the fact that we all understood the fact that it is not the adults that is the problem. It's the fact that they did not give us memo. Anyways, that's bygone. Today is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the world, to all our daddies, to all our uncles, to all our prospective fathers, to all the upcoming fathers, the prospective fathers, the young daddies, the newbies in fatherhood. We say happy Father's Day to you guys. We love you. We celebrate you. So this episode is especially for the fathers. It's titled Letter to My Father. So enjoy the show with me. Why am I talking like this? Maybe because I want my daddy to give me money. But anyways, let's just go ahead. Hi guys, welcome to the show once again. I'm so happy to be doing this with you. Alright, so it is fun packed. I have recordings of fathers sharing their stories and fatherhood experiences and all. I have people share the story. So sometimes last week I posted it on every of my social media platforms, telling people to share me their super daddy story. So we would be talking about that. I'll be reading the story to your hearing. I would want you to feel what it looks like if you don't have a father. If you do have a father, I just want you to hear from other people's story and be ready to celebrate your father today. Thank you as you journey with me on this short day. Alright, so before I dive into people's story, I would like to talk about my dad for a while. And it would lead us to the African father story. Alright, so my dad is an Ekiti man. If you don't know, I'm from Ekiti State. Thank you very much. I call him Mr. Soldier because my dad is a soldier. He can discipline out of you. If you understand, good for you. But if you don't, my sister, I can't explain. Because he's definitely going to listen to this episode. So I don't want to say anything that will put me into more trouble. Alright? Thank you. Alright, so my dad is a very sweet person. So let me read a letter to my dad, a letter to my father, to you guys. And I want everyone who will be listening to this to enjoy and listen and sketch your own letter to your father. I know most times we share Mother's Day. I even called, when I was doing the interview with the fathers, I called some of them and they were like, Sunday, Father's Day, me more. Oh, she's not relate to you. Okay, so for those that do not understand Yoruba, they said, so Sunday is Mother's Day, it's Father's Day. Oh, thank you very much for reminding me. And I'm like, oh, wow. So even these fathers don't even know that Sunday is Father's Day. But anyways, Biolammy is here to remind you that today is Father's Day. Alright, I love the fact that fathers are sacrificing. Like, they can sacrifice anything just to make sure that their children are perfectly fine. Yeah, let me just put it like that. So, I was checking through the net today and I come across this video. I saw this old man, not really old. This man should be around his 40s or early 50s. And this man was entering a sockaway just to bring out the debt. And after all of these things, they will pay him maybe 2,000 naira. And the economy of our dear country, Nigeria, when you have 2,000 naira, you don't have shit. I'm sorry, you don't have anything. Anyways, that video really caught me. And the caption caught me even more because I saw something and the person was like, so this is what some fathers go through daily to put food on the table. And we don't get to celebrate them daily. Like, we don't celebrate our fathers every time, just like we celebrate our mothers. But anyways, that's not even, I don't want us to talk about the celebration and not celebration part, I beg. I just want us to talk about fatherhood for them and appreciate them in the little way that we can. Alright, I would say that my dad is calm, he's friendly, he's very friendly. My dad is very jovial and his love for his children is wild. Though is not as pronouncing as we want it to be. Because my daddy will not tell you I love you. If Nigerian father would not tell you, African father will not tell you I love you. Maybe they're just those parents that are just growing will tell you that, oh, I love you. But those old people that are in their early 60s, late 60s, early 70s, I don't remember where they tell you, say I love you. Because it is in the African nature. I don't know. Maybe they're really scared of showing their affection to their children or something. I don't know. That's just them and their palava. A Nigerian father. So this is leading us to a stereotype, like African father stereotype. So an African father will not tell you they love you. Never. They can give you money, give you everything, but they will not tell you, I love you, my daughter. No way. An African father will not. They will play with you, but the play cannot be too much. No, never. It cannot be too much. An African father is the soldier of the house. Would always be a soldier. I don't know where that is coming from. I don't know where that has come from. Because there's some mothers that are also harsh too. But normally, African parents, fathers are always very harsh. There's some houses that when they hear ping, 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 everybody resets. That is around. So these are stereotypes we have in Africa of our fathers, and I think that should change. I try as much as possible to play with my dad and look for his trouble as much as I can because I'm troublesome, period. And sometimes you just smile, you will laugh, we'll play. That is their stereotype. That's another stereotype of an African father, of an African parent that Nigerians can relate. I just want us to appreciate our fathers. I got really heart-melting, beautiful, amazing stories from my family members, and I would like to share with you that are listening to me right now. So the most captivating one that I saw is a letter to my father. So this person said, "Dear Dad, I cannot say this in person, so I'm writing this letter." You see, they cannot say it in person. They cannot tell their dad in person, "I love you," but they can write it in letter. Episode of an African child to the African father. Period. All right, let me go ahead. I am so honored and blessed to be born as your son. You are the strong pillar of our family in the tough times and hard times. Despite the financial crushes, you filled my childhood with happiness and showered me with the joy of little things in life. You always made me comfortable when I had to share confidential information. All right, so there's another thing. Stereotype of an African father. You cannot talk to them. I don't know. These are just stereotypes because there are some fathers that are really close to their children that they can talk and share things about. But average Nigerian child mind, they cannot talk to their father. I don't know why that is happening. But anyways, let's continue to this story. You've always made me comfortable when I had to share confidential information. All these memories are etched in my heart, and I will never forget them. You mold me into a good person, and I want to do the same to my future children. Our fathers are mirrors that we look at every time. This is really interesting to read. Let's go ahead, my darling. I see you not just as a good father, but also as an affectionate husband to mother, and a responsible brother to aunt. I don't know if I can repay you enough, but I want you to know that I am always here for you. Thank you for everything. This is really interesting. Let's move on to the next story. So this person said that people have always wondered why I prefer my dad than my mom. I can say it anywhere. I love my dad than my mom. My dad has proven himself to be a man worthy of emulation, physically, spiritually. My dad is our backbone spiritually. Most of the victory we enjoy presently, or height I have attained spiritually, is the labor of my father. I grew up to know my father as a prayer man. When we were still very small, my dad would pray every midnight from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. And I'll be wondering, how? If you're looking for a responsible man, my dad is number one. My dad sacrificially loves us. My dad single-handedly sponsored my elder sister's academic to the university level and is the one sponsoring my own as well. He's the one paying our bills. Can you imagine? My dad bought a land and gave it to my elder sister as a birthday gift to build our house. It's so exceptional. Wow. My dad and my mom separated 2020. But do you know one thing? Throughout this whole 30 years they've spent together, my dad never raised his hand to eat or beat my mom. He never disrespects my mom. And it is very obvious that it was my dad that was doing everything. I have 100 reasons to pick my dad over and over again. Wow. This is all I can say. Like, I've been blushing since I started reading all of these notes. My daddy bought land to give me his birthday gift. This is wild. This is so wild. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with me. Like, I'm so honored. So let's move on to the next story. So this person said, my dad. I have the most amazing father. Really. I have no words to describe him. Yeah, he doesn't say anything through his words or something like I love you. One of the stereotype. They don't know how to say I love you. But his actions and sacrifices speak so much volume. Sometimes I wonder why he does that, especially after all the disappointments. I have never told him so. Maybe I took it after him. But I really do love him. Growing up had made me understand the intensity of all he has done. Dropping your life goals to see me achieve mine. You mean the world to me, Dad. And I hope I find the courage to tell you this to your face. Wow. Let's move on to the next story because these are mind-blowing already. So this person said, this space will not contain the story I would like to share. My dad is literally most sacrificial human I have seen on this planet. No exaggeration. For more than 200 days since this year began, my dad has not stopped calling every morning and night to pray over us. He wouldn't miss that time for anything, regardless of his busy schedule. I thank God for a father like him. My father is the best. I love you, my irreplaceable father. The many love. Alright, so let me say something. Another stereotype of an African father. They are always forming hard guy. I don't know why. Can't you just be soft? But really, they are always forming hard guy. But look deep down, just the softest person you would ever meet. Thank you, Daddy. Alright, so let's move on to the next story. So this person said, I was robbed at gunshot at Ado sometimes in 2019. When I got to the hostel, I called them to inform them. My dad was actually weeping on the phone for reals. You see, soft guy inside. Alright, let's go ahead. Then I was told that the night before the robbery, my dad prayed fervently all through the night for me alone. Thank God for the prayers. Maybe what I experienced that day would have been more. My dad is my angel. Isn't this sweet? A guy writing to his dad that his dad is his angel. This is amazing. Thank you guys for sharing your stories with me. But I'm not done. So, let's move on to the next story. My dad is a hero. I was late to respond to this because I was still thinking of which story I would share. I graduated 2017. I cleared my WAEC, JAMB, post-UTME, but no admission. Then I applied for IGMB and also another JAMB. Long story short, I had to write post-UTME at Ibadan on the 7th of September 2019. I printed it on the 6th, and my dad said he would take me. It was unbelievable. My dad came back from work at 6 p.m. and drove all the way from Niger State to Ibadan for me to write my exam, which was by 7 a.m. Immediately I finished, we came back and got home 12 midnight. And that man still went to work the next morning. I just love my dad. He's the best in the world. Like, there is another thing I want us to understand about our fathers. Fathers are really sacrificing. Like, I remember when I wrote my first JAMB, I can never forget this experience. Like, I can never ever forget this experience. My dad actually followed me to the JAMB center, waited outside till I finished, and I'll just look at this man, I'll just smile. African fathers are the best. Fathers are the best in the world. Honestly, fathers are the best in the world. And again, fatherhood is wild. I would like our parents to do better. I would like our fathers to do better when it comes to fatherhood, because the only constant thing around here is change. And children are changing. Everything is educational system is changing. Even Nigeria is changing. So why won't you change the way you want to train your children? I would like us to do better in training our children, talking with our children, creating a relationship with our children, be it male, female, every of your children. I'd please beg you, please create a relationship with them. All right. So I would like you to listen to my interview with some father figures in my life. Like, this is really wild for me because it was really amazing. I was just blushing. So I took my time to call father figures around that I know I'm close with, and I told them to share their experiences, their fatherhood experiences with me. So guys, join me as we go on this beautiful journey and learning. I promise you will laugh, you would learn, and you will enjoy this conversation with them. Join me. Yes, sir.
Being a father, right?
Yes, sir.
It's very interesting to be a father.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there are some challenges you just have to go through in fatherhood. And with God on your side and with prayer, just have to move on and then overcome all these challenges. It's not been very easy to be a father, but it's just the grace of God to be a wonderful, successful father. Not all men that have children can be father. Yes. So, but we father, we always be we father to their children. So see to the wellness of the family and the children, and then they always teach their children the best in life. And they can go to any length to sacrifice everything for the goodness of their children. That is a real father.
Daddy, so can you share with me and my family members the most exciting part of being a father, the most interesting part of being a father? Is it when we were babies, or when we were grown up, or when we decided to start feeding you, giving you money?
When you were a baby. Not when you are growing up. When you're a baby, it's so exciting to be with it, to call you, sitting to read poems into you, you sleep in our hands and carry everywhere. Then.
Daddy, is that relationship that I want us to talk about? Like, how is the relationship like? How is fatherhood like? Is fatherhood stressful? Is fatherhood engaging? Is fatherhood demanding?
And the relationship between a father and a child.
Yes, sir.
Or none, a father always be a disciplinary in the house. It's almost be a disciplinary because the mother would pray. The father would discipline. So that is why many children fear the father. Fear the father.
Yes.
That's number one. Number two, father always be a provider in the house. Yes. Have some school fees, so mommy, I didn't go and meet your dad. Ever do this, so go and meet your dad. So daddy is always a provider. Again, daddy is also always a protector.
Exactly.
Although God is the main protector, but daddy is also a protector. Because daddy will protect the child, protect the wife, so that nothing happen to two of them. So the builder, the manager of the house,
is the
daddy is the manager. Is the daddy. He manage the wife, he manage the child. So at times daddy will be friendly to the children. At times daddy will be very, very hard.
Wow. Thank you so much, Daddy. Thank you very much.
To be a father means that that person is responsible. Because there are many things that you have to be responsible to your wife. You have to be responsible to the children. You have to be responsible to your relatives too. You have to take care of them. Cannot take care of the family, cannot provide food, cannot provide every necessary things, cannot send the children to the school. It's not to be called a father.
Okay. I hope you enjoyed listening to this, because I really enjoyed recording it, honestly. And this is just the tip of what our fathers experience when it comes to fathering a child or fatherhood. You have to be responsible. So young boys, young bees, you have to be responsible. If you're not responsible, you cannot father a child. Alright? Thank you guys for listening. So guys, let's pray for our fathers. It's Father's Day, guys. We pray that God would bless them, keep them safe, help them to live long, to enjoy the fruit of their labor, and fix everything that needs to be fixed in their lives. Protect them, guide them, give them everything they only desire, and make their life beautiful and fruitful, even again. And they will live in good health and in sound mind. Amen. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to the end. Thank you very much for listening to the end. It's still just with biolammy, the young man's corner. So, guys, don't forget to share your comments. Don't forget to share your super dad story with me. Thank you so much. To everyone who shared their story, thank you, because you made this episode possible. You know, you can connect with me on my personal page, biolammy_MMY on IG, and on Twitter, it's BIOLAMMY, simply Biolammy. And you can send your comment to our official podcast page, the Just Biolammy podcast. Just insert your underscore where you have to insert your space. So the underscore gist underscore Biolammy underscore podcast. Thank you as you share your comment with me. This podcast is not going to be possible without you. So I say thank you to you and see you some other time. Happy Father's Day!